Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope that you guys are having an awesome and amazing day. This is Dr. Cosette, and I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to come on in the room. Yes, as you guys are coming in the room, make sure that you have a piece of paper and make sure you have your cup of water, coffee, tea, whatever that looks like. Also, make sure that you guys do me a huge favor. Make sure that you like the video, make sure that you share the video, and make sure that you, of course, leave your comments. So as you guys are coming into the room, please, please, please do me a huge favor. Let me know where you are chiming in from. What city, what state are you joining me from? I love to see all the different people that come in around the world. And that's the great thing about social media is that it is social. So we are on here definitely to connect, to engage, and to collaborate. And I can tell you guys so many phenomenal stories of how many people I have met on social media and connected with. And some we have been friends for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. It's a phenomenal tool. So if you are not using it, shame on you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I see you guys are filling up the room and filling up the seats, but it's virtue. So there's tons and tons of seats to be filled. All right. So I am, for those of you who don't know me, if you don't know me, just put a 1 in the thread. Put a 1 in the thread if this is your first time being introduced to me, if this is your first time catching one of my videos, if this is the first time catching me live, just put a 1 in there. And if you're catching me on the replay, please put hashtag replay on there. All right. So real quick, I'm going to say something because if y'all like what I'm saying today, I want you to also put hashtag virtue. Hashtag virtue. Because today, what I'm going to be talking about are what are some of the reasons for you to work virtually. All right. So I am Dr. Cosette M. White, America's #1 accounting advisor and tax expert. I help tax and accounting professionals grow highly profitable firms, even if they don't know anyone, even if they are not an influencer, and some even if they know nothing about taxes or accounting. Because see, I help them get to that pivotal point. All right. So if that's you, make sure you are glued into this live, glued into this retake. All right. Because I want to talk to you. You see, years ago, when I first started my business, I was one who thought that I had to have this high-rise building and be seen and be known and be heard by everyone. And I thought that it was just the most glamorous thing to do, not taking into consideration that there was overhead to go along with it. You know, I had to pay for the rent. I had to stay in the lease for a certain amount of months. I had to pay my utilities. I had to pay my staff. I had to contribute to the cleaning crew that came in that did the cleaning because it was a joint thing. And I just remember one day saying, what the heck are you doing? Because see, I was not in just any brick and mortar. I was in a brick and mortar building where I was on the 14th floor, you guys. I oversaw the freeway. I oversaw the sunset, the sunrise, and I saw parts of the sunset. And I just thought that I was like all that in a bag of chips. But I remember the best thing that could have happened to me. And it wasn't just because I did it, but I remember getting a notice stating that I needed to find new landscape. And when I got that notice to find a new landscape, I was shocked because I had no clue what I was going to do. But as I look back on it now, in hindsight, I'm thankful. I'm glad I got that notice to look for a new landscape because it was at that point that I discovered that my landscape was going to be at home. And I'm telling you guys, ever since I started working from home, it has been the best thing ever for my business. So I want to share with you guys some of the things that I had to overcome, the good and the bad, and most of them all good to be honest with you guys. To be honest with you, it was all good. So one of the very first things that I love about being virtual, you all, is that it was a cost savings. I was able to reduce my overhead, and I want you guys to think about this. Over 12 months, paying rent, paying utilities, paying additional fees just for being on that 14th floor allowed me to eliminate and cut costs and increase my profits. That's what we're after. We're after increasing the profits, bringing in more revenue, saving in that middle, the overhead, and increasing our profits. That's what it's about, the profit margins, the profits. I was also able to increase my client base, you guys. I cannot tell you how many states I am in right now, but I can say this. When I went from working in an office space to going home, and also the fact that we have social media, I've been able to expand my client base all over the world. All over the world. I can tell you this, that we have clients in probably 7 countries when we think about the North America. Okay, so I have clients in 7 countries, you all, and we are still growing. Isn't that amazing that you just change the way how you operate, the way you do business? You save, but you pick up. I increase my revenue because I'm able to do things with more clients all over the world, not just locally. That was like a Band-Aid, putting you just stuck. That's so being able to expand, being able to work with a cloud-based software, which allows my clients to pull reports should they need to, pull their tax returns, upload their information at any given period of time. I love it, you guys. I don't know about you, but just the savings alone and the peace of mind, the work-life balance. I don't have to leave the house. I can work in the comfort of my office. I can set my office hours and still have that freedom, that flexibility to close the door and balance. Here's life over here. Here's work over here. One thing about working virtual is that you have to make sure that you set office hours, or else you can find yourself working 24/7 and just becoming burnt out. I learned earlier on that I needed to be strategic, be focused, and make sure that I set hours that were conducive to my family, as well as making sure that I got the work done. Hiring globally. Oh my goodness. This is key, you guys. Having an A team on your team is vital. It's important. And not just any A team, one that is diversified, one in which you know that the work is getting done and you don't have to micromanage everyone every time. You can send out the requests, what tasks need to be done, set up the job descriptions, hire the folks, do a great job at hiring, because that's part of building the A team, and know that the work is going to be done. There's no I in team, so you have to build a team. And the fact that you are working from home, most of us don't have the space, the capacity to have a team in the home. So you have to rely on hiring globally, and you have to make sure that you are diversified. That's key. It's key, it's vital, everything. So those are some of the tips that I would say are critical, that are important when you are weighing the benefits of paying for a brick and mortar or working from home. It has its pros, it has its cons, but I love it because I have been doing it since 2007, and I wouldn't do it any other way unless somebody paid me billions and billions of dollars. So with that being said, I want for you to think about what are the main reasons you would want to do your tax and accounting firm virtually. What are some of the ways you would want to do them in a brick and mortar? What outweighs the other? Does the cost outweigh the other? Does the life balance work outweigh the other? What is it? Whatever it is, I've given you some tips. I've given you some ideas as to why it's important for you to consider working virtually. Pandemic said it all for me. That said it all. The fact that there was COVID, we didn't need to see each other face to face, or we had to do that 6 feet distancing. I didn't want that in my office. And so we are 100% virtual, and we will continue to be virtual. So if you are considering starting a tax and accounting firm and you are still contemplating and you want to get off that fence, I need for you to click the link below so that you can schedule a complimentary discovery session so that we can see if we can work together and have you start your tax and accounting firm. All right. I can't wait to see you at the top. In the meantime, go on out there, have an awesome and amazing day. All right.